Hey, welcome to That Shit Was Poetic, where we touch on all things poetic, like music, poetry, art, movies, quotes, and famous poets. I'm your host, Nikki. So I'm back on another Friday. Hope you all had a good week. It's Friday. And guess what? The good thing about this Friday is, yes, you get to catch this vibe with me. Catch this vibe Fridays. That's what's up. Okay, so let's get into it. I said I wanted to take a few weeks off and just get my mind right because we all need that mental break. We all need time to rest and to get our thoughts together so that we can move forward and come with a better plan on how to move forward. I've been doing a lot. I started a new business. I've still have been doing my podcast and also working. So I needed a mental break because I've been doing this podcast since February. I started this podcast in February, right when the pandemic hit. And I've been doing it nonstop every Friday, with the exception of, a week off here and there. But I've been doing it nonstop. And sometimes my mind is like that. Like I can just go and go and go. And then I realize, okay, I need a reset. I need to slow down. I need to, relax and think about how I want to move forward in certain areas of my life. And I'm glad I'm able to recognize that instead of, just crashing. Sometimes people just keep going until they burn out. And I'm glad I'm able to recognize, okay, it's time to slow down. It's time to regroup and focus on, certain things in my life. I think we all need that. It takes a lot to own up to. And I think when you do take accountability for something that you have going on in your life or an issue you have going on in your life, you have to recognize what it is first that you're taking accountability for. You have to own up to what it is moving forward that you're taking accountability for. Whether you're going to, be mindful of the action that you had to take accountability for. I don't really think that, you given a reason as to why you reacted the way you reacted, or give a reason as to why, you know, you did whatever you did, or you said whatever you said, or you lashed out the way you lashed out. I don't really think it's necessary. And this is my own personal opinion. I don't think you really necessarily have to, give a reason as to why. Taking accountability is saying, okay, I'm going to do this in the future. I'm going to respond this way, or I'm going to, be a better person in what act in the actions that you're going to take to be a better person. We all know, the things that we have done and the reasons why we have to take accountability. So that I feel like it's kind of given an excuse as to why you reacted the way you reacted. But if you don't take accountability for it, then it just becomes an excuse. And I just really wanted to address that, because it's been kind of weighing heavy on my mind. And, I want to be a better person, and for myself and for my son and for my family and the people that I'm involved with. So I just really wanted to address that. And, especially if somebody is going through something, you know, maybe this can be a little bit of a help to them. So, dig this. Terry McMillan, the author of Waiting to Exhale, which came out in 1995, it was like one of the best movies, especially in the Black community. And it starred Angela Bassett and the late Whitney Houston. Well, this famous movie is now going to become a TV show. I know I'm excited. I know y'all excited. Like for real. A TV series. I hope it's as good as the movie was. And it'll be real bomb if Angela Bassett is in the TV show. That'll be some good shit. That shit will be poetic. And let's not forget about Loretta Devine. Baby, that walk, that when she walked away from Gregory Hines and turned around to see if he was looking, baby. So I hope they get them two amazing actors for the TV series. That'd be so dope. And I'm just finding out that Waiting to Exhale was Forrest Whitaker's feature film directorial debut. I'm just finding that out. Like, I did not know that. Maybe I'm late to the party, but I did not know that he directed that movie. And unfortunately, we are missing two of the greatest um, actors and talents, Gregory Hines and Whitney Houston. Gregory Hines was a great actor as well as tap dancer. Whitney Houston, amazing singer, great actress as well. And those two have passed on. So, you know, the TV series, we will definitely miss those two great people. But I'm still looking forward to what the outcome is going to be.
That Shit Was Poetic has merch, guys. If you're excited like I'm excited, if you enjoyed this podcast, then please support our merch. I have masks for you to stay safe. I have t-shirts. I even have coffee mugs for you to enjoy your favorite drink while you listen to That Shit Was Poetic. And guess what? If you need a bottle of wine, you can support charity by buying a bottle of wine through One Hope. So head over to my bio, and the link is in the description. Thanks for listening.
I wanted to play a clip from Fantasia. She has a podcast with her husband. It's called Taylor Talks. And I was listening to a clip of her and her husband speak. And, it was this one particular thing that she said that really stood out. And, she was saying that pay attention to your woman, pay attention to the things that she likes, pay attention to how her face lights up, when you give her certain things, and vice versa. Pay attention to your man too. You know, watch the things that he likes. Tap into those things. And I think a lot of the time when you start paying attention to each other's wants and needs, it'll be a lot easier in the relationship.
Every time he bring me a car, bring me flowers, bring me, I was on Prosecco really, really hard. Bring me a nice cold bottle of Prosecco or a nice bottle of red wine. I light up. And then he realized that I love taking baths. So he would run baths for me, go get my carnations and put them in there. Like, it took us a while to get there. So you have to really study your queen. Watch your queen, study her. You know what I mean? It's not just about getting up, going to work. And during COVID, I know, and we should tap on that because a lot of people ain't doing the same things that they were. And so it's even harder now, right? But you have to study your queen. Watch her patterns, watch how she acts when you give her certain things, and then start mastering, like, okay.
A lot of people think that it's just about sex when you're in a relationship or a marriage. It's not just about sex because outside of the sex, what is there? What is there? You have to have, that good conversation. You have to have good communication. You got to be able to be in the same room with each other for more than 30 minutes to an hour. So once you finish having sex, like, can you talk to this person? Are you able to share your thoughts, your fears with this person? Are you able to really, really get to the core of the relationship and expressing everything to that person without them having judgment? Those are the things that will make a relationship last. Because it's not just about sex, because sex, you can have sex with anybody. But outside of that, what's the foundation? What's the core of the relationship going to be about? My mother originally wanted to name me Nikki Giovanni after the famous poet, but my name is Nikenya, and my dad named me, but I go by Nikki. So when she told me that, some years ago, I was amazed. I was like, wow, you should have named me Nikki Giovanni. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm a Nikki Giovanni. Like, my whole lifestyle is a Nikki Giovanni. Like, famous poet, man, that's something that's like big, big, big shoes to fill. But I guess that's why I like poetry. Maybe that was like something that, stuck with me. I don't know, maybe that was something that was given to me without even knowing. But Nikki Giovanni was recently on The Breakfast Club, and she was talking about the conversation that she had years ago, which has gone viral so many times. And she had with James Baldwin, and they were discussing how Black men should lie to their Black women. Reason being is because they lie to everyone who they hate. And basically, what she was saying was, you lie to your boss, you lie to all the white people and the people who care nothing about you and you care nothing about, but then you come home to the person who loves you and adores you and wants nothing but the best for you. And you tell me the truth. You give me hell, you yell at me, you treat me bad because you've had a hard day, you had a hard life, and you treat me nothing but bad. So she was saying, like, lie to me too. I don't think it was in the context of, just strictly lying to the Black woman. No, it was in the context of, you know, give me some of that, what you give the world, and that really stood out to me. I want to play, the rest of the interview on The Breakfast Club.
If I love you, I can't lie to you. Of course you can lie to me. And you will. If you love me and you're going off with Maddie someplace, you're lying to me. Because what the hell do I care about the truth? I care if you're there. When Billie Holiday say, hush now, don't explain. All right, I accept that. Of course you lie to me. And I don't even want to care. What does the truth matter? And why are you going to be truthful with me when you lie to everybody else? You lied when you smiled at that cracker down the job, right? Lie to me, smile. Treat me the same way you would treat him. I can't treat you. You must. Treat him. You must. Because I've caught the frowns and the anger. He's happy with you. Of course he doesn't know you're unhappy. You grin at him all day long. You come home and I catch hell because I love you. I get least of you. I get the very minimum. And I'm saying, fake it with me. Is that too much for the Black woman to ask of the Black man? I will always remember Jimmy's face when I said that. Because he just went like, oh, because he hadn't thought about it that way. Because Jimmy knew that we do lie to people who hate us. Mm-hmm. We smile at them in the morning. We do lie to the people who hate us. So if it's going to be a lie, lie to me. I'm the one trying to make you understand. I love you. I'm the one trying to have a meal for you. It's fascinating when you look at history, and I love history. It's fascinating when you look at the enslaved woman who got up before dawn and put on some food. One of the reasons that I and many other Southerners love food that cooks all day is that we got used to it from our grandmothers, and they got used to it from their grandmothers. But she would put a pot on and a fire. She would then go out into the field with him. They would work all day, and when they came came home in this little shack. And you've seen slave shacks. You've seen what they gave for Black people to live in. But they would have food that was warm, that she had cooked, that they would eat, and that was love. Mm-hmm. And I think that we have to recognize the love that we gave. And of course, let me be real clear about that. Black men loved and still do Black women. We don't have any history of Black men beating Black women during slavery. I don't have any history of that. So when did you learn it?
Learned it from your oppressor. Stood out to me, and it just made me, think how the Black man reacts to the Black woman and how the Black woman reacts to the Black man. I really feel like, a lot of times just being Black is hard, period. It gives you anxiety. It gives you, all types of health problems, and it just stems back so far into our history. But I think this is, a very, very important conversation that has to be had, especially in the Black households, in any household, but especially in the Black household, because Black people have been through so much. The Black man has been through so much, and it boils down to how we react to each other in the household. I think a lot of people, I think this is one of the reasons why that conversation piece goes viral at a certain time of the year all the time, because it's something that constantly happens, especially, when you see how the Black man does not stand up for the Black woman a lot of the times. But this is definitely a conversation that has to be had in Black households, and I wanted to share this with my listeners.
Hey, hey, hey. Did you know the Anchor app was free? If you were thinking about recording a podcast, if it's something that you love talking about, your favorite hobby, download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. They distribute to Spotify, Apple, and many more. And you don't even have to do it. They do it all for you. You also can get paid from having a podcast. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. You can edit your podcast on your cell phone on the go. It's that easy. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. So thanks for tuning in to That Shit Was Poetic. I'm your host, Nikki, and tune in every Friday for new episodes. To check out our old episodes, follow That Shit Was Poetic on all streaming services, Spotify or Google Play, or follow us on the Anchor app to leave a comment. To be featured in our podcast, email or DM us on thatshitwaspoetic@gmail.com or follow us on Instagram. Thanks for tuning in.